Tonight on Four Rooms.
This is the first hockey card set ever created.
The illustrations for this best-selling children's book, Love You Forever.
Well, I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but it's actually an elephant's penis.
Nice.
The Declaration of Independence.
What? 200 copies were made.
The four buyers are poised to bid big.
I'm gonna pay 10 grand.
30,000.
$60,000.
And emotions run high.
Makes me cry every time.
He screwed up my deal. I'm gonna slap him.
Just how much is a piece of history really worth?
$6 million, darling.
He shoots, he scores!
Having earned their fortunes wheeling and dealing, these four buyers are competing to outbid each other with their own cash.
I'm a third-generation antique dealer. Clients come to me because I have a fresh eye.
They call me Mr. Canadiana. I love any antique made in this country.
From museums to tombs, I'm a hands-on collector who's not afraid to get dirty.
Sold $600. I'm not here to make small talk. I'm here to make money.
Now the buyers wait in four different rooms, ready to offer real money to every seller they see. But there's a catch. The seller can't move on until they've declined the offer that's on the table. Sellers from coast to coast have come with their personal treasures, ready to walk away with a life-changing amount of money. Ready to take his shot at a deal of a lifetime is Joe Rise from Walkerton, Ontario. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Rashmi, how are
What
you?
have you brought?
I have brought for you the first hockey card set ever made.
In the early days of hockey, tobacco companies capitalized on the sport's popularity by including a player's card inside their packs. In November 2013, a pristine set of these cards sold for $100,393.
Perfect.
Hockey cards. Doesn't get more Canadian than that, huh?
Hockey's first complete set of cards.
This would be a great in a man cave.
There's one downside. There's no Vancouver team on here that I can see.
Vancouver has a hockey team?
Eddie,
Vancouver
low
just
blow.
happens
That
to
was
be
too easy.
It's Canada's only hope.
Just tell me that these are not all taped down.
I'm afraid
Scotch
they
tape.
are.
It's like something some teenager would do. Crime has been committed.
Buyers, this is Joe.
Buyers, he shoots, he scores! This is the first hockey card set ever created.
How many years exactly did it take you to assemble this collection?
Close to 25 years.
Hockey fans like us, that's our shrine.
It's a shrine.
Why do you want to sell it?
I'd like other Canadians to see this. This is a treasure that we can't let go.
Okay, I kind of feel like Ron McLean standing next to you. Buyers, a lot to think about here. Thank you very much.
Montreal, hockey home.
Les Canadiens.
You don't have to waste any time going anywhere. Just come and see me, get this deal done. I'm your guy.
You ready to follow the puck and see where it takes you?
Woo!
So now is the time when you decide which buyer you'd like to speak with when.
Right on.
None of the buyers will know the order that you've chosen, because
Correct.
that could affect how they bid, right?
Right.
Also, all four buyers will make you an offer. That offer is only valid while you're in their room, though.
I understand. Okay.
You can only move forward.
Okay. We'd like to go to Eddie first.
Okay. Good luck, Joe.
Thank you.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Eddie. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Now, your set is rare,
That's true.
but you have 144 pieces of tape on those cards. If that was my set, I think I would go to the guy who framed it, and I think I would kill him. I'm gonna make you an offer. I would give you $10,000.
It's not an offer that I'm going to accept. I'm not going to do it.
I love it. I'm very proud to be Canadian. I love our national sport.
Good girl.
And if there's a deal to be made, I'm interested. Let me know your price.
My price is $100,000. Jessica, the hockey card industry is coming back, and it's coming back strong.
I don't collect hockey cards. The best I could do would be $8,000.
I'm not accepting your offer.
So these are, it's quite the collection of cards that you brought in.
Are you a hockey player?
I'm not a hockey player. I'm actually more of a football player.
We don't have any football cards today, though.
Yeah, if you had football cards, it might be a different story.
Okay. So rare vintage cards have been on the increase as far as pricing is concerned over the last number of years now.
Right.
And I'm looking at $100,000 for the set of the cards.
I had about 10,000 in mind.
You're a little short.
Yeah.
You're a little short.
3 rooms down, and Joe has not budged on his asking price. Can a deal be in the cards with hockey-loving Scott Landon?
I've been waiting to see you, buddy.
I was about to give you a body check.
I was waiting to see you. You got it.
Okay, as soon as you said hockey, I was there. You don't even have to explain it to me. I'm you.
Okay.
Okay?
You're me.
We're the same.
That's right.
We got it. You want fair price.
Yep.
But you want the cards to go to the right place. I got NHL guys in my stable. I got NHL management in my stable.
Okay.
Plus, I like them. So go. What do you want?
My price on this coming here was $100,000. I'm prepared to make a deal. I'm dropping that price by 20.
80 grand, you're killing me. That's too much. There's just gotta be top grade and those cards don't even exist. I wanna make the deal, but I'm not making the deal at 80 grand. Tell me what you've been offered.
We're talking over 10?
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you the truth, the honest truth.
Who offered you 10 grand?
A guy named Eddie.
I'm gonna go back in there, I'm gonna slap him. It's too high. He screwed up my deal. At 10,000, you should have taken that because that is more than they're probably worth. $10,000 would be fine if all the cards have super high grade. I want to pay 5,000 bucks.
No.
I can't pay anywhere close to what you're asking.
It's a long way from Walkerton to Vancouver, and I don't think this road is going to lead us there.
No, it's too. You're asking too much.
Well,
you know,
Scott,
good luck.
I want to thank
Appreciate
you
your
for
passion.
taking the time with me and making an offer. Thanks a lot.
Okay,
All right,
see ya.
Bye now.
The tape has to be taken off. If one of those cards ripped, you're in huge trouble. It changes the entire value. You no longer have a complete collection.
Calgary's Gaetan Plourde has been in the pursuit of happiness ever since he found his treasure 14 years ago.
Hi, Gaetan.
Hi.
What have you brought?
I brought to you today the most important document, most expensive document ever made. The Declaration of Independence. I was an excavator operator for 22 years. I found this in a granary that was supposed to be demolished by me.
You found it?
Yes.
Did you know you found the Declaration of Independence?
I thought it was just something that was made up.
How do you know it is an original copy?
This is made out of hemp paper. Hemp paper, as you know, is illegal and hasn't been produced for 100 years.
Can you prove its authenticity?
To a point. There's one more step, and that's it. And that is actually to take it to Washington.
Why haven't you?
I just don't have the money.
How much could you sell it for?
The last one sold for $8.4 million in 2001, and I'm asking $6 million.
What would you do with $6 million?
I would start my own hot rod school. Yep, I would take some of these kids off the street and give them something to do rather than sitting in a mall all day.
Let's see if you're sitting on a gold mine.
Let's do it.
1776, July 4th.
This
is a declaration.
The Declaration of Independence. This is crazy.
The Declaration of Independence is the most important document in U.S. history and the most reproduced. While newer copies are often worthless, 19th century replicas have fetched 6 figures at auction. But by far the most valuable are the original prints. The evening the Declaration was signed, 200 prints were made. Today, only 26 are accounted for.
Of the copies, the last one that came for sale was estimated at 2.4 million and sold for 8.5 million.
Wow.
Copy.
There's no way this is real, though. They wouldn't let this leave the States.
No,
They're
but
missing.
don't
no
forget
chance.
that this is 1776, and if that many were made at that time, the War of 1812, how many people were traveling cross-border before Toronto
Absolutely.
was even fully a part of Canada? They were still fighting over that land.
That's true.
This is absolutely incredible that this made it to the show.
You love this, Eddie.
Not a believer. Just bring the buyer in.
I brought to you today the Declaration of Independence.
This is crazy.
You love this, Eddie.
Not a believer.
And I'm asking $6 million.
Buyers, may I introduce you all the way from Alberta? This is Gaetan. Tell us about this document.
This is the copy of the Declaration of Independence, one of 201 copies that were produced on a copper roll.
Your facts are a little bit wrong because there's not 201 copies. There's one original and 200 copies. I just want to let you know that.
Yes.
And there's 26 known now. There's 174 missing. If you found one of the 174, it's going to be like a tremendous, great thing for you.
I'm not a believer. I'm just sorry.
I've actually
I'm not a
taken
believer.
this document. I went to my computer and looked at the one that sold for $8.4 million. They match perfectly.
Have you taken this to any expert?
Yes. I took this to the only forensic document examiner in all of Western Canada.
Okay.
He said he is so 99.9% sure the only thing I can do now is to take it to Washington.
This is beautiful. This is something to, just even an adventure to look into, but you have to be realistic on research costs money.
Exactly.
Well, buyers, a lot to think about.
Gaetan, come to my room. I promise you, you will leave a different man.
I'm stoked.
Why?
Well, I've never ever had anybody that would know more than me about it.
How confident are you that you're going to walk out of here a millionaire?
I'm really confident that someone is going to say to me, you know what, there's one step left, and that's just to take it there.
Do you think each buyer believes that this document is real?
Yes.
Even Eddie?
I think he knows it's real.
So which buyer would you like to start with?
Jessica.
From shipwrecks to ancient ruins, Jessica will travel anywhere to uncover the secrets of an object. But is she willing to take a costly risk to research Gaetan's declaration?
The last one found in Philadelphia was in the back of a picture frame. These pop up, and I love it.
And this is one of the reasons why I chose you first, okay? Because you will take care of this better than I can.
It takes a lot of time to do research.
That's right.
I'm gonna make you an offer. It's gonna be ridiculously low. I'll give you $2,000 as a holding fee. If it's real, we keep going, and I will do everything to get it to Washington.
No.
What's the amount that it would take for me to research
I'm looking
it?
for $6 million. And the reason...
$6 million,
yes.
darling.
Yes. And the
Okay.
reason why is because I've done everything except for go to
You haven't.
DC. I have. I have. You can research this right off the internet.
I don't give a crap about what's on the internet. I want to know,
And I've
was it
done
ripped out of a book? What
No.
kind of paper is it? How do I know? You and I, right now, you're running out of time because you're wasting my time thinking that I'm going to give you $6 million to research a piece of paper that I can't even hold.
Sorry we couldn't make a deal.
Call me when you get real.
With little time to research and a market flooded with fakes, the buyers must draw on their instincts when it comes to this legendary document.
What did I promise you in the bear pit? You remember I told you...
You said that I wouldn't regret it.
I didn't say you wouldn't regret it. I say you'd be a different man.
Different man.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin went to a printer and printed 200 copies. The last one that sold for...
$8.4 million.
Right. Now, the one you have is very similar.
It's identical.
This is from your research.
Yes.
I don't want you to spend any more time researching this or wasting your time. Time is money.
And I'm not worth your time?
The piece is worth 0. The copies were typeset. Like when you read a newspaper, they were typeset. It wasn't scrolled. Now, what is yours?
Mine's scroll.
Right. The piece is worth 0 to me. I'm willing to give you $10 so you have taxi money to go back to your hotel.
Don't need it. To somebody else, it'll be worth a lot more.
Thank you very much.
You and I are gonna have to hash this out, I think.
I'm all over that.
Okay.
Let me ask you something.
No, wait. We're gonna go with the facts here first.
No, you're in my room.
And yeah, I am.
You're in my room.
Let's
Goes
work
out.
with the facts,
No. You play with my rules in my room. What do you think this thing's worth? You're the expert.
I'm asking for $6 million, as is.
$6 million?
Yep.
You can't come into a place with a piece of paper and say you checked it with a few buddies and want $6 million. Hey, no.
How about this?
No. Listen, I
get back to the
can't
facts.
even talk to you. Okay? If I had a book of matches in my pocket, I'd give it to you and tell you to burn it. Otherwise, I'm the biggest moron on earth for not buying it from you. But I'm prepared to take that chance. So, go, man.
You won't even let me spit out the facts?
No, go to the next guy.
Then I will.
I'm out. I'm out.
That's a tool bag move.
See ya. Bye-bye.
With only seconds to collect himself, Gaetan must make a believer out of Derek to make a deal for his declaration.
Why are you so convinced that it's the real thing?
I wasn't really convinced at first. I really wasn't, and that's why I hadn't really done too much other than internet searching, looking for the original that sold for $8.4 million. Now, the reason why I believe is because I took it to Western Canada's Forensic Document Examiner. Okay? He told me that the ink was correct and of the same thing that...
Just stop.
Please,
just stop for a second.
I haven't been able to speak.
You have to understand, this literally, without a document, what you're saying right now, it's folklore.
Look, I know you're young.
It doesn't mean that I don't know my stuff. I know what I'm looking at.
That.
I love the story, and, I wish you the best of luck with the piece, but at this point, you have to bring paper. You have to bring some form of authentication.
That's right.
I'm just not convinced that it's the real document.
Okay. I'll get a $40 million offer on it somewhere else.
Okay, Gaetan.
But you guys, if you'd spend some time and look, really look, you'd see what I do. Ain't gonna get her done.
Gaetan, it hurt to watch that.
Oh, it's been a rough ride, that's for sure. But in my own defense, you have 4 people here that are in denial. In my own heart of hearts, I know what it is.
Whether or not Gaetan has an original, a replica, or a fake, one thing is for sure. Without the proper research, no one will ever know.
Emily Carr.
I think it's really pretty.
Emily Carr is huge.
This thing belongs in the West.
It does.
It does not belong here.
In 4 rooms, members of the public have come from across Canada to sell their prized possessions, which they believe could be worth a fortune. But there's a catch. If the seller turns down the buyer's offer, they can never go back to that room, and the offer is dead.
Next in and ready to make a deal is Kelowna's Mary Reed.
Hi, Mary.
Hello.
What have you brought?
I brought a piece of pottery made by Emily Carr in the 1920s.
Do you know how much it could be worth?
I do.
What do you think?
I'm not going to say.
You don't want to tell us?
No.
The buyers won't find out.
They will.
Famous for capturing the spirit of Canada, Emily Carr is still one of the country's most bankable artists. Her piece, The Crazy Stare, recently sold in auction for $3.39 million.
Emily Carr.
Really?
But Emily Carr is hugely sought after. This is collectible.
Very nice piece.
I have brought you today a piece of pottery made by Emily Carr. In the early 1900s, she went to Vancouver and she made a concerted effort to promote her paintings, and she was soundly rejected. So she went back to Victoria, which was her hometown, and that's when her career as a potter started.
Mary, I've been selling Emily Carr's. I've sold watercolors, oils, and I've sold pottery. I love the piece. I really am happy you brought it here today.
Why do you want to sell it?
I was given the piece when I went to England. My cousin there buys and sells. She gave it to me to sell. She never intended me to keep it, and I'm coming close to retirement, and I told her I'd go back and visit her again with whatever I can make.
Perfect.
I'm gonna help you pay for the trip back.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave it there.
Emily Carr is a Canadian icon, a top female artist with a phenomenal story. I want to own this.
So, who would you like to start with?
I think I'll go see Derek.
And who would you like to negotiate with last?
Eddie. He was interested.
So you think you can get a flight out of him?
I think so. For me and my husband. I'm going to take him with me. So.
All right, Mary, good luck.
Thank you.
I like the fact that it isn't a painting, that it is pottery. I know Emily Carr, she did do these to make a living, and it wasn't something that she was necessarily proud of. That's why she used an alias on the bottom of a lot of them.
I think you're mistaking saying it's an alias. It was an alternate name rather than an alias. She wasn't hiding when she signed them.
But she used her name on her art, but then
This
she
is
didn't
art,
use it
but
on the pottery.
she also wrote a book called Clewick, too. She's proud of that name. It's not as if she was hiding. But
Okay.
anyways, you give me a number, and we'll see where we can go.
Okay. My starting price would be around $1,200.
That's severely undervalued.
How about $2,000? Would that be?
No, that's still way off the mark.
$3,000?
No, I don't think we're going to get there.
Emily Carr was a true trailblazer for women, the mother of modern art in Canada, really.
Yeah.
I love her paintings. Odds and Ends, 1939. It's one of my favorite. Where are you starting on this?
I'd like you to tell me what you think you would like to pay for it, and then we'll go from there.
I could do $2,700.
No.
So why don't you tell me how far away I am?
Very far.
Okay.
Very, very far.
Then bring me in.
No, I think we're just too far away.
I'll cut to the chase. This isn't in my area at all. I would do 3,000 maybe.
We're done. No,
Okay.
no. It's not your area. I'll take it somewhere else.
With her price still a secret, Mary has 2 eager buyers left to make as much as she can.
You're a Westerner.
I am. I was so glad to see there was somebody from the West Coast, where Emily Carr's really appreciated out there.
As you can see, I deal in Canadiana. I sold, just so you know, one of the best Emily Carr rugs. Now, the seller had several options. They sold it to me because I placed it with somebody who's going to cherish this thing. I'm going to place it with somebody who's going to want it, not just buy it. Now, I don't want it for nothing, and I don't want to pay top market for it.
For sure.
Okay? I would probably start at 3,000.
I've come through 2 buyers already who didn't want it.
I know.
Who offered me 3.
I want to buy it. I know you got a number.
8.
It's high. It's high. It's high. It's very high.
There's someone else also that wants it quite badly too. So
Yeah.
you have to remember that.
I've seen people come through here already that have been given a higher offer and then end up at the end with a lower offer. So you got that to think about. $5,200 is my final offer.
What did you just say?
52, and you're pulling 700 out of me that I do not want to give. This thing belongs in the West. It's a solid offer. Take it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Done. Awesome.
Mary's modest approach may have paid off, but there's still one buyer who didn't get a chance to make his offer.
Mary has sold her Emily Carr piece. The one buyer she didn't see was Eddie. Are you ready to find out how much Eddie would have offered?
I am, yeah.
I would have paid you $10,000. I did not want to leave without this piece.
All right, Mary, do you want to reveal who you sold it to?
I sold it to Scott for $5,200.
Mary took the money and ran. If she would have waited, she would have made more money. It pays to go to the rooms.
Next in, Bill Brown, a missionary from Sturgeon County, Alberta, who's on the hunt for big money.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Reshmi.
What have you brought?
Well, I brought a beautiful, huge, wonderful polar bear. It was taken outside of Tuktoyaktuk because it was about to come into the city and cause devastation.
How do you know that?
Well, because I was there.
And so how much do you want for it?
80,000, something like that.
How much does it cost for the taxidermy and the processing?
Quite a bit. I would want to make it back, definitely. And then all profit from it goes to orphans in Uganda.
You want to see what the buyers think?
Yeah, I do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wow. You ever been this close?
Not to a real one.
Look at that paw.
This is a really impressive size.
You don't see this every day.
I can't wait to hear about this one.
Buyers, this is Bill. Bill, do you want to tell them about your bear?
I would love to do that. Actually, I've had a 55-year relationship with the Arctic, involved in missionary work, and all proceeds, other than the expenses, are going to orphans in Uganda.
How many feet is it? Do you know, like from tail to nose?
Yes, it's 9 foot 3 inches. It is one of the largest that has been taken in the Western Arctic in recent years.
All right, buyers, big item to digest. We'll leave you with that, and we'll see you in your rooms.
Beautiful.
So who would you like to negotiate with first?
Jessica, ladies first.
Good luck, Bill.
Okay.
Bill's bear could recoup his investment and fetch thousands for charity. But first, he has to survive negotiations with Niagara Falls Museum curator, Jessica.
Taxidermy is a hit and miss with a lot of people. There's over 600 polar bears harvested every year. 300 usually end up in auction. They are passing laws soon that is going to prevent this completely.
Absolutely.
There's a lot in the Niagara Falls Museum collection, of course, and it's all over 100 years old.
Yeah.
I tend to go towards old taxidermy. But I love that you are selling this to help children in Uganda.
That's right.
I'm gonna start at $5,000.
5,000 what?
Dollars. What would you consider?
65. I might come down a little from that. But
when
then
would-
remember,
where would
every
you come
time,
down for
every little bit
65?
we take down is taking food out of the mouths of orphans in Uganda.
Please don't guilt trip me into
No, I'm
giving
not.
you.
$5,000. I mean, that is.
Well, play with me then. How about 10? I just doubled.
No, I wouldn't even. I'd sooner give it away to a museum rather than that.
I am a museum.
No.
I run Canada's first museum.
Is that right?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
you
Okay.
can leave. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Have a good one.
With an awkward exit, Bill learns that a visit to Jessica's room is anything but predictable.
William's biggest mistake was not understanding that I also work with museums. This is something that can easily be placed. I just got too insulted there.
You know, I've seen a couple polar bears before taxidermied, and it's unusual the size that you brought in. What do you want for the piece?
Pelts smaller than this one, sold for $22,500.
Right.
Once taxidermy is done on them, they're selling for $70,000 to $100,000.
The only thing is I don't really have any customers in mind that would be able to house something that size. The figure I had in mind would be $2,800.
$2,800? Well, I'm wanting somewhere around $60,000 for it.
$2,800 would be my final offer.
I have to tell you, I do have a bit of moral conflict with this one. I know you're looking for money for a great cause, and I commend you for that. Just racking my mind here, trying to figure out if there was one of my clients I could put this on to. But I have the other angle where I am an animal lover. If I had that item in my store, I think I'd have, you know, a little bit of issue for sure, you know? What kind of money are you thinking?
At least the very minimum would be $55,000.
There was no way I could even get close. I just can't see buying the bear for that kind of dough. $7 grand, that's all I could give you.
No, it's worth way more than that.
Yeah. His cause is noble, but I don't want people to walk by my window and say, oh, Scott Lannon's got a stuffed polar bear in his store. It just sends the wrong message.
As the buyers battle with the ethics of dealing in bears, Bill is battling with how to make back his money while making a profit for charity.
I've sold many, many polar bear rugs.
Yes.
And I mean, I still have customers for it. I want to buy it, but I want to sell it.
You need it in your house.
No, I don't live. I live in a little trailer,
Oh,
actually. So let me ask you something. What price would make you satisfied?
Well, I'm looking at 55.
Yeah, no. Like I was saying to you, it's not realistic. I would start by offering you $10,000.
I wouldn't even look at it.
The most a polar bear skin rug has ever sold for, ever, in auction, is $11,000. What if I said $12,000?
Oh, no, I wouldn't even look at it at all.
Right, but you want to take the money and go do good things with it.
It wouldn't be worthwhile to me.
How about if I offer you, I mean, I'm really pushing, $15,000.
I wouldn't consider that either.
17.
No.
18.
No.
I'm going to say this to you.
Okay.
And you think really, really careful.
Okay, I will.
Okay? $20,000.
Yeah. No, I would not sell it at that.
Okay, well, listen,
Okay.
I think you had the best offer you're going to get in a lifetime.
Well, thank you.
Unbelievable. I offered him double what it's worth that I would pay ever because I liked it, and he didn't sell it to me. I am on fire upset.
In 4 rooms, there's no telling what will come through the door.
Sure, negotiations with buyers can be untamed, but sometimes it's the items for sale that go completely wild.
Chickens!
Aurelia's Steve Hinton came to 4 rooms with a rare, non-detriment narwhal tusk. These whales of the Arctic can grow tusks up to 10 feet, and that got the buyers bidding.
This is an interesting piece.
I like it as an object. It's a neat object.
I like it, and I've sold them before.
I'm going to start at $600.
That's not even close.
I would offer you $2,000.
$3,000.
$3,500.
If there's maneuverability here, I'm listening.
I'm going to make you an offer that is the best offer you will see in Canada. I'm offering you $4,500.
You've got a deal.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And John Garrett from Belleville, Ontario let it all hang out when he pitched his unique, antique animal item.
I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but it's actually an elephant's penis.
Nice.
I've never in 25 years met someone who collects this.
So what do you think it's worth?
4 figures, I'm hoping.
I'm thinking more in the $200 range.
I'd keep it in my pants for that, but
I'd probably give you $100 for it.
I'd sell you the foreskin for that.
I would pay $200.
$200 might buy 2 inches. Pay me for the other 24 inches.
100 is my final offer.
Okay. I wish I brought a bigger one. It's the only one I had.
There's not a lot to say. It's made out of a penis.
You know what this is? This is Robert Munsch.
Yes!
Love You Forever.
Yes! When the son is holding his mother, it makes me cry every time.
Last in and looking to draw up a deal of a lifetime is Canadian illustrator Sheila McGraw.
Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you.
Tell me what you've brought.
I've brought the first drafts for the illustrations of the best-selling children's book, Love You Forever.
With more than 26 million copies sold, Robert Munsch's Love You Forever is a bedtime classic that has caused many Canadians to shed a tear or two while daring to read the final page.
And how did you get that?
I'm the illustrator. I made them.
Wow. How much would you like to sell these for today?
I'd love to get $80,000 for them.
All right, let's see what the buyers think. Are you ready?
I am.
Wow. You know what this is? This is Robert Munsch.
Yes!
Love You Forever.
Yes!
Remember this?
Yeah.
It's right from the cover.
Oh my gosh.
This is incredible. It's a complete set, every single page from that whole book.
I read it to my kids.
My parents read it to me.
It's probably one of the most iconic children's stories of all time.
I like it. I do like it.
Very cool. Makes me feel all warm inside.
But who are they signed by? They're not signed
Sheila,
by...
who's Sheila McGraw?
Sheila McGraw would be the illustrator.
Buyers, this is Sheila McGraw.
Wow.
Sheila, tell us about what you've brought.
These are the first draft illustrations for this best-selling children's book, Love You Forever.
Are these Munsch's notes on the illustration?
No, they're virtually all my notes. You know, they'd ask me questions or give me direction. I'd mark it on the actual drawings.
I just want to say I love what you did. Like, this is a great job. I grew up with this book.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
All right, thank you, buyers. Sheila, it looks like each buyer had some interest.
I'm blown away. It's great.
So who would you like to visit first?
I think Eddie's going to be the first guy. He had the least to say.
And which room would you like to save for last?
I think Scott.
Good luck, Sheila.
Oh, thank you.
Before we start, I want to compliment you and congratulate you. I think it's really, really something you should be proud of.
Thank you very much.
Although...
I knew there was a button here somewhere.
Although this is not really something that's in my field. Sheila, give me an idea of what you're looking to get for it.
What would really make me happy is $80,000 for the full collection.
I would be interested more at about $3,000, $4,000.
If that's your best and final, then no.
I think we're going to be too far apart.
So am I the first?
Nope.
So maybe the last.
I hope you're the last.
Okay. Obviously, you know, it's a fantastic book. It has a pretty strong sentimental value.
I'm so pleased to hear that. That's great. It's never come out, so it's completely original, unique, and it's all together.
So what figure do you have in mind?
What would make me really happy is $80,000.
80,000, yeah. I'd be willing to make a deal, but for a fair price. So the figure that I had...
You mean a fairly low price? It depends on the idea of what's fair.
The figure I had was 10,000.
You're not going to come up at all?
I can't.
Okay, I guess we're done here.
I'm sorry,
What
but
a shame. I really wanted you to have them.
Thanks
It was
anyways,
great meeting you.
Yeah, great to meet you as well.
You know, I love this book, and it seems that there's a copy of this book in every household in North America. My father read it to me, and I read it to children that I babysat. And
it's great.
I'm sorry, I read the book again, and that part of when the The son is holding his mother, makes me cry.
There you
every
go.
time.
It's happening now. I have to break out the Kleenex. So I'll give you a little break and I'll talk for a second.
Yeah, go, please,
and
tell
get you
me,
off that
tell me.
subject.
Thank you.
I'd really like to make a deal with you.
Okay.
And up until this point, I've been asking $80,000 for the complete set of drawing.
Okay.
But I want to drop it.
Okay.
To 70.
Okay.
And I want to know what you think.
Clearly, illustrations are not my forte. The best that I could do, the very best, is $14,000.
I don't think that's going to work.
Can you work with me?
I think we're really far apart.
$22,000.
You know they're worth more than 22 for the entire set, so I think you've got to do better than that. The absolute rock bottom I would go is 60. That's my best and final.
$40,000 is my final offer.
No, I think I'm gonna have to leave that on the table.
Sheila walks away from $40,000. A deal is now in the hands of West Coast Canadiana expert Scott Landon.
Love it. Love you forever. I mean, I read it to my kids. It's iconic. I'm amazed it's here. I love them. So if I love them, somebody else is gonna love them. So
Okay.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. Well, I'm gonna level with you. You're my fourth room.
Okay, good.
I really would like to make a deal and have these out there for other people to see them instead of in a box in my studio.
I'll throw 30 on the table to start. I'm serious.
We're really, really far apart.
You gotta work with me a little.
I can go to 65.
40,000.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how serious I am. 55.
Okay, tell you. I want to own these. I want to be the guy that brings them out. $50,000.
You got a deal?
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That's great.
Yes. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you so much.
Awesome. Yes. It's a privilege to own them. I am very excited. 50 grand's 50 grand, but they're worth it. They're worth it.
Sheila heads home knowing that her famous drawings are now in good hands, but not before leaving one of the buyers with a gift of his own.
I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. How do you not cry after that?
Still to come on 4 Rooms.
I have an art piece for you from a galaxy far, far away.
Derek, I am your father.
This is a special car with a Hollywood history.
Oh my God, it's Paul Newman's car. 6 figures?
Yes.
I think that it's a disgrace what you're doing. There's the door.
$200,000.
We've got to talk about this.